Alright everyone, right now I'm going to be setting up right here. I'm sure that you can hear the cars in the background, but the spot that I usually go to, that's way back there, is taken over by poison ivy. So basically I just wanted to try this tarp setup with a hammock. I got the idea pretty much from Wilderness Outfitters and Alaskan Survivalists off of their videos there. So kind of combining them, so to say, and see how it kind of works out. And I'm gonna probably hang out here for a little bit. Might do some projects. I'm not too sure. Like I said, this whole area down here is pretty full of poison ivy. And because it's more like swamplands, as you can see. Hopefully you can pick that up right over there. So you kind of have to make do. I mean, it's close to home, and obviously I don't live in the mountains or anything like that. So we'll just take it from there. I'm going to try to keep this video under 15 minutes so I don't have to make a two-part of it, but we'll see. Alright, pretty much what I'm using is I'm going to use rope. I know off my Facebook page I posted a video. I'm almost positive I posted this video. Alaskan Survivalist did this. It actually works out pretty nice. This here, you take the paracord through your clip here and tie it off. You can make them all different sizes. It holds things together real nice. And then this bag here, which I'm pretty sure I already showed in one of my other videos, I got my whole setup in here. I've got my hammock, my tarp. This is pretty difficult with one hand. And then I have extra line in here and line, and also these are my blood knots, which I'm going to be using, but I already have them tied to that rope, which I'll go over more. But basically I have different lines in here for different setups. Okay, basically what I did is I made a bow line. It's off of that one of my videos called Knot, and I ran the other end through here, tightened her up. These are those Prusik knots I made that's out of the blood knots. I'll show you how to tie those in a little bit, hopefully, if I have time. And I went around the tree, and then here I made, it's kind of hard to explain, and I'm going to probably put the link for Wilderness Outfitters video that he did on this. Basically, you make a loop, and then you clinch it down and everything, and she's pretty tight. So what I'm going to end up doing is hooking up my tarp and my hammock to these Prusik knots, and I got 2 carabiners along with me. So we'll see how this will all work out. Okay, what I ended up doing is I hooked up the hammock with the carabiner to the blood knot. Now I'm going to probably change this configuration just a little bit. Because obviously when I laid down you can see that I didn't have this tight enough. So I'm going to probably go back with my other way. I mean, for an emergency wise, this would work out perfect. I mean, it only took me 2 minutes to really set this all up, because I already had the work somewhat done here. And basically what you would do is just like with the Alaskan Survivalist video, you would hook up your tarp here and there and just have it draped down. Now, for me, myself, for today, I don't want it draped down like that, because it's actually a pretty beautiful day out here. So I'm going to end up running another line up here and then have my tarp kind of in almost a tent fashion. Alright, I kind of changed the setup on this just to kind of show you real quick. Basically, this is the way I usually do it. I actually kind of like it better, to be honest with you. Basically, go around the tree, throw your line over this line, and go back. As you can see, my rope is getting all messed up. This is brand new too, so I don't know. Oh yeah, should have bought better rope, I guess. But basically, that's what I did with this one. And I kind of tied it off with a little, almost a half-assed Prusit knot. Okay, what I did here was, let me get over the line here. This is one of the reasons why I come out with the bright lines. Mostly, I mean, if it was a survival situation or something like that, another world situation, of course you wouldn't be using that, you'd be using bank line. What I did though was I had this offset. I have it offset for a reason. This way I can have more of a gap because there's nice little breezes coming through and it's getting warm out. So I have this open more. And with me laying down inside of here, I actually get more circulation. Now, obviously at night, I would adjust this so this would be completely, even, and I would have it down. Or I would do pretty much kind of like what Alaskan Survivalist said in his videos, is that he would tie something to the grommets and, like a rock or something, and just have it draped down, depending on the temperature and the seasons and pretty much where you're from. Now, this shelter here pretty much only took me, 15 minutes to really set it up. I didn't really time it. I've only been out here for almost an hour, and I wasn't working on this the whole entire time. I would kind of mess around with some stuff around here real quick too, because I'm not in a real hurry. I mean, there's no bad weather coming in. But I think this is a pretty decent setup. I mean, if it was colder out, like I've said, I would have this, the centerpiece, more in the center, and everything else just would be kind of more snugged up. I wanted to actually kind of play, because as you can see, the breeze is coming through, and it's almost like a fan going through here. Like there's a fan. I was laying down in there for a good 10 minutes, and I was like, oh wow, I really feel it. Actually, you almost feel it more than you do out here because the breeze is kind of bouncing off the tarp. Now, also too, though, and I was thinking, if you notice how it's offset, and if this was snugger, I always have a space blanket in there. And if it was like really, cold, like I would say, like 40 degrees or whatever, you can always do a real small little fire, and have the heat bounce off. But remember, it would be like really small. It wouldn't be your normal size fire. But I'm going to probably try that in the fall. We'll see when we get there. It's not the prettiest looking thing, and I know some of the knots on there aren't the greatest looking. I should have pretty much made them look nice, mostly since this is going to be on YouTube. But like I said, a lot of these knots you can learn from Wilderness Outfitters. This is where I learned a lot of them from, and Sarge Safaria. He has good videos out there. I highly recommend those two channels to reference off. Basically the reason why I do these videos is for to get people kind of motivated instead of sitting around. I mean, I watch YouTube videos and I try to get out as much as possible to practice. I'd rather kind of learn now instead of at the last minute. So if I do anything else, I'll probably record something else, or if I have any other thoughts. I also want to point out a couple things. Pretty much trying to encourage you. A lot of people, they'll buy gear, but they don't try it out. Remember what I said about this rope earlier with this here? Well, this is the first time I ever used this rope, so now I'm going to have to get something different. Now, if I was staying out here for a long periods of time, I would not be using this because she's getting pretty thin there. So always try out your gear. I'm going to do a video hopefully with my solar pack. I got a solar charger, but I don't have the cord for my phone to plug it in there, so I might actually do a small video at the house on that, kind of a little review and gear. Also, I've said it in my other videos too, you know, at least practice your knots. This way you can come out here and do it mostly in a survival situation. I mean, practice takes perfect. I'm not a professional. I don't think there's really is anyone that's a professional in this business, but there are people that are good. You know, I mean, I keep going back to the Wilderness Outfitters channel. You know, I learn a lot from it. You know, even he admits when he's wrong. You know, so it works out good. Sorry for the pause and I thought I'd seen someone coming through. You know, I just kind of have to watch out for the two-legged animals out here too. So pretty much practice, you know, go out and practice. You know, we'll practice in the winter time. And like I've stated before, I would have done it just a little bit better of a setup, but I'm not planning to be out here too long. So, and I just wanted to just kind of come out here and relax a little bit, do kind of a little video. So, I think that's pretty much about all that I have right now. If not, obviously this video is going to be longer.
His life living off the land, dirty hands and a clean soul. It breaks his heart seeing foreign cars filled with fuel it isn't ours, and wearing cotton we didn't grow. He's got the red, white, blue flying high on the farm, Semper Fi tattooed on his left arm. Spent a little more in the store for a tag in the back it says USA. He's just made in America. He loves his wife, and she's that wife that decorates on the 4th of July, but says every day is Independence Day. She's Golden Rule, teaches school.